Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 13th. And, well, we ended the week with the right moves. I mean, everything positive for turnaround. Getting the orange out of this breach area was critical. It started the day that way, and that's why we started to see some positive movement. We also saw short-term buyers break above that 13.5. Now, key for this is to have that orange continue, and then to see a pivot of that cyan would be for a breakout move. So we've maintained the support. Came right off of that EBM 2350 mark, just slightly above it, never really reached it at 51, 1 point away, and then we started the turnaround all the way back up. So in line with what we were looking for, even stronger move from the NQ, and decent reset of the shakeout. We're just below the warning line at the plus 15, little overbought. Got to look at that. The reality is we are way up there, but a little bit of easing here from that red, which is key to get that below 7.5, because it usually results in some softness, and that's exactly what we saw. So it did exactly what we figured it would do based on what the DOC readings were giving us. Nothing too dramatic though. Again, central banks, gotta love them. Right at that thing, and they do these big spikes right there. That was a major move. Potential easing in their minds. We haven't even dealt with the Greek situation in that. Also a major spike for bonds. Everyone's going to be playing back and forth, trying to look for people that are overplaying their hand in one direction or the other. And in this particular case, hit a quick oversold on there. It really comes down to, will the Fed spike it again? Oil, they're finally realizing that unlimited spigot in America, as exports become massive, is a problem. At certain price levels, when they dip below, that will ease off. Is that the bottom of it? Doesn't look like it just yet. And gold, looks like it's gotten to our oversold. Now we're going to see, when you have this kind of a steep turnaround, any little bump at the beginning of it probably isn't going to be the one that shoots up, but certainly following the red ABM down right now, it's at the 115. I would definitely want to be a buyer back above that if you didn't already get in back from before. Definitely getting below that ABM level was time to get away from it, but opportunity to reload, no question about it. Could even use the green ABM. That's giving up a little bit more of a range on it, but again, we've had this line from way back, and then the secondary one, which was the 2280 range, just became accumulation points, and we were slightly above, slightly below, slightly above. We could see the building, and started right there, the 2360. Got a nice bounce on it, took advantage of that one. Then we retraced, came back down again, and did the exact same orange below, pivoted up, and started to take off again. Modest 8+ points. We aren't overbought in any way, shape, or form there. So, and we're not even seeing the blue azure line rise yet. So there's the potential this could continue to go for a little bit more. So that would be the potential start of a breakout. I'm still looking. Got to take out this peak point up here at the 76 range. So another 8+ points to the upside would start to really become interesting from that standpoint. Made some really nice progress with some of the adjustments. In particular, was looking with the 50K charts here and the fib level retrace program, and the interesting correlation between the buy signals that cross above our 23% mark on the fib line retrace, and that correspond with also long algo crossovers. So looking for like a confluence of points. So had real good progress with that. I think that's going to be exciting. I'm compiling them all together so I can send out one big re-download for everyone, and just be able to update all the different ones, because it's going to change chart colors and that as well. So I was very happy with that. It was a lot of work, but it's looking good, and I think that's it's going to make a positive impact on how you're able to see color-wise, without having to worry about, did it dip below enough, this, did it cross there. It's just going to do it sort of like we started with the shakeout, turning its change a little bit earlier. Particularly, primary signal for me has always been that yellow crossing above the magenta. At the same time, you have the proper configuration with the orange dip below tends to give us the strongest, and you've got to be above that long algo, and then you get the carryway. So just a couple of those little features tend to work, like this one right here. We had the crossover in that, hadn't quite moved above the long algo, and then barely just got above it, and the next bar, boom, was down. That was the warning sign that we were about to have another little dipsy-do, and that's exactly what happened as we got back in there, and of course the steel broke below the cyan, and that's what caused the retrace back to the key. Now see, this is a real support, and people talk about support resistance. That was one, because they've been building for a long period of time, and it's exactly where people were attracted to. So as always, look for me on Skype chat. Trade well.